folks, Joe DeRosa here. Guess who's back on the road? Officially, the run has almost begun. I don't have a name for this run yet of shows. Quite frankly, I don't like when people name their... that doesn't matter. Listen, here's where I'm headed. July 9th, Fairfield, Connecticut. July 14th through 16th, San Francisco, California. August 12th through 13th, Atlantic City, New Jersey. September 1st through 3rd, San Diego, California. September 12th, Somerville, Massachusetts. And then dates to follow in Wilmington, Holland, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Man, I'm back out there.
Woo!
Go to Joe Fudge.
JoeDeRosaInfo.com.
Go to JoeDeRosaInfo.com and you can get your tickets there for most of the gigs, and the ones that aren't there yet will be there very soon. That's JoeDeRosaInfo.com for tickets. Also, while you are in New York City, you see it here. We're in the RV at Joey Rose's. Come to Joey Rose's in NYC, the sandwich shop and bar for all your sandwich and alcohol needs. 174 Rivington Street. We're open Tuesday through Sunday. JoeyRosesNYC.com for details. Thank you.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic. I'm talking taste buds.
Taste buddies, welcome to TASTE Buds. Back here in the RV outside of Joey Rose's at 174 Rivington Street. Come on down, folks. Open Tuesday through Sunday. JoeyRosesNYC.com for all the info there. But
as soon as we're done with this pod, I'm getting a fat kid.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I might get a sandwich myself. I occasionally
I dream about the fat kid. I do.
I only dip in
It's so
occasionally.
much fun. It's a double-decker hero peanut butter and jelly with
chips.
chips in it. It's just fun.
It's
I didn't I had no idea why you were laughing. As soon as this spot is over, I'm getting a fat kid. Woo!
somebody call the authorities.
Speaking of kids are welcome down here at Joey Rose.
No, I might get a sandwich too. I dip in only occasionally now because when we were first opening, I was here so much, and that's what I was eating. So
Yeah.
I was like, you don't want to burn out on your own product.
How about this, babe? So, Joe.
Skateboarder? Just
Wow.
went by. That's it. We're in it,
Skateboarding,
baby. New York action.
Yeah. Just to
energy.
remember, skateboarding is not a crime if you've seen the T-shirts.
No, that is true.
So I will tell you something. Joe and I were at the Beacon a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to get Joey Rose's for our after reception. A lot of friends and family at the local show. We ordered 5 platters of Joey Rose's, and there was some platters left at the end of the night, and I took I gave away. I took a full platter home, right? And I ate. You know, I'm not one to waste, but I knew that I was against the clock. How long would you say your sandwiches keep for in a refrigerated condition?
I got to be honest. I wasn't sure. I knew they kept pretty well, but I wasn't sure until you got Super Bowl platters, and you were a firm, I believe, 3 days out when I saw you.
3 days is child's play.
And you were like, bro, they're still going strong.
Child's play.
Yeah.
I ate sandwiches for 6 to 7. I ate the whole platter. It's about 8 sandwiches in a platter. I ate by the 6th or 7th day. I finished the platter.
Holy crap!
I had a
and they
Joey
kept,
Rosa.
They held up.
I had a Joey Rosa sandwich a day.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And they held up.
They
that
held
long?
up.
That's great news, man.
Yeah.
I'm flattered.
Yeah.
I'm
So
flattered.
I've tried everything on the menu at this point multiple times.
That touches me.
And you slice them into these nice 4 quarters. So what happens is with the platter at home, I would eat 4. I would eat 4 to make up like a hero or 5, whatever it was. But I could switch it up.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And I'm very flattered by it. It makes me feel that I'm part of your life when I'm not around. I don't know if you realize how part of my life you are when you're not around.
Ooh, tell.
Not just in a friendship way.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Not just in a friendship
don't
way.
understand.
Not just in a celebratory way that I talk about you positively, obviously, and lovingly with people, obviously, right? And I have friends and family that ask about you and whatever, which is
really?
very nice.
I didn't know this.
But also, just in the Gen day to day, I mean, I go into my Target. I've told you this. They got the Impractical Jokers board game there.
Oh, the board. No,
I
you didn't tell
see
me this.
you.
You didn't tell me this.
No, I've definitely told you this. Where I said.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
I said that I'm shopping there to budget my money, and then I look up and you have your own board game there. But like you are part of like I'll text you sometimes. I'll go, I can't get away from this guy.
Yeah,
like I just see you around.
I thought you meant it in a more like.
No, I mean it that way too.
Right.
I'm saying that's why I'm saying not just in that I talk about you in a loving way,
Right.
not just that I celebrate you as a friend, and not just that also friends and family say when they ask about you, by the way, they ask like my mom will say like how's Sal doing or whatever. But you know, like friends and family.
Hey, Mr. Rosa.
That's very nice. Friends and family. What Mr. DeRosa? Say hi to my dad too.
Oh yeah, but sure, of course. Hello, Mr. and Mrs.
He cares.
DeRosa.
He cares.
Oh,
yes. No, but when they ask about you, I mean like I'll have like cousins or whatever say like like at Thanksgiving, like, do you and Sal actually fight like that and stuff like that? You know,
they want to know.
They always ask this question. Yeah. Or like I really liked when you guys. I was watching at work the other day when you guys argued about this, like. Do you really think that? I've had more family members tell me that I'm an idiot for my opinions.
Really?
Than they side with you way more than me.
Just like the fans.
Yes. My point is.
No, I don't.
I'm happy to know that I
Honestly,
live in the house through salami.
I think you've leveled out. I think in the beginning, people didn't know what to make of your style. Yeah. And I think that at first they were like taken aback by you.
Yes.
And then I believe what happened to our viewership is what happens with everyone who knows you, which is you start to understand Joe for who Joe is, then you start to love Joe for who Joe is, and then Joe comes full circle around. And now I really believe, you used to tell me like things like, they're taking your side, blah, 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 blah. I think now we're on a very level playing field.
I agree.
Think they know you, the people who know you know me, and I honestly think that it's anybody's ball game now when we argue.
I agree. I think I have potentially stepped into a Murdoch in the A-Team role here, where they say, I don't care if he's nuts or not. I love the guy.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that they see you as our Hannibal. You're leading us through this whatever plan. we have
Hannibal
going
is
on.
T, yeah?
No. Hannibal's George Papard, man.
George Papard.
The leader.
Hannibal. Who's Face? I'm thinking of two different things, aren't
Face Man is I forget.
No, that's Mask. No,
Wait,
his face
what?
from
Mask.
You remember Mask?
The movie about the kid?
No, the toys, bro.
Oh, the toy. Yeah.
Wait, who's Face in 18?
Face.
Yeah.
No. Face Man is
B.A. Baracus.
I'm blanking on his name.
Is
B.A.
T.
Baracus is T.
Yeah.
George Papard is Hannibal.
George Papard,
Murdoch is what's his name, and then Face Man was played by Dirk Benedict. That's his name. That's his name. Yeah.
Yo, if there's viewers out there that don't know what we're talking about, find yourself some A-Team. It's a crack squad of people that took on personal missions. Or they were vigilantes, yeah, or a guerrilla.
It's weird. They were not recognized by the government, but they sort of helped them. It was kind of like one of those "you guys don't exist" because I think they were sort of like in trouble.
Yeah.
And the government, it was kind of like the Suicide Squad, where it's like,
Right.
you guys don't exist, but if you just do these things, but if we ever find out about you, we're going to...
Anyway, they drove around in an otherwise unmarked black van, but it had one red stripe on the side. And I don't know what it was about that red stripe, but this van is iconic. You put it up. Would you put it up some of the most iconic film automobiles?
Let's talk iconic vans.
Or television
Just
film.
iconic vans.
Okay, the Shaggin' Wagon.
Scooby-Doo. A-Team.
A-Team.
Dumb and Dumber.
Shaggin' Wagon.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yep.
God, I feel like didn't Wayne's World... No, that was the Pacer, but didn't they have a van in the second one?
There's
that
definitely
it? Are we out of
Little
vans
Miss
already?
Sunshine.
All right, iconic vehicles. Let's
Okay,
broaden it up.
Well,
Sorry.
you got
Kit.
You got the DeLorean. You got the Ecto 1,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go, if you want to go into outer space, the X-Wing, the Millennium Falcon. I mean, they're not, But I'd say you put the Millennium Falcon in anybody's face, they go, that's the Millennium Falcon.
That's it. You got
I
the...
could see Sal not liking it.
I
going on
know.
board and
I know.
Oh, no. No.
Think you like it? It's old.
I wouldn't get on that.
Well, the Pacer from Wayne's World.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I saw. I saw a screen-used X-Wing on an auction site yesterday. The model X-Wing, screen-used.
How much?
The current bid was $500,000.
Jesus God.
Can you believe that? I got to send you the link, though. You'll have a heart attack. There's tons of Back to the Future stuff. Gizmo is on that shit.
A used Gizmo?
Gizmo, babe.
A screen-used Gizmo.
Hold on, babe.
Oh boy.
What's the cost of that?
Let's look at it right now.
That's got to be like $1 million, dude.
Hold on. He he was actually the poster boy for it, Gizmo.
Sal, you think DeRosa would be a Jedi or
Look.
Sith?
DeRosa, I think he's a Jedi turned Sith.
I agree. I'd be a Jedi that has become so disenchanted and hurt by the world that I turn to evil. But there'd be a chance of turning me back.
He'd be a Sith that opened a sandwich shop.
The
He's on Tatooine just...
That's so funny.
I'll take the Darth Maul.
Look at this.
I'll
That's
take the
great.
fat Darth.
That's great. I'm saying that's great to you. I'm loving what you're saying. I'm just looking down though
Picture
at
him
this.
in the bar at what's the bar in Tatooine? Dun, dun,
The
dun, dun,
cantina.
the cantina.
Big J's a Jedi. He's like, you gotta come back, dude.
That's the cantina. That's actually the Lower East Side cantina.
Yeah,
that's
Jay-
what it is. You know what you should have? You know what you should do at closing time every night? Play. Dun, 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 dun,
Ah,
dun,
that's a
dun,
good
dun, dun,
idea.
dun, dun.
That's a good idea.
Well, you think I don't have good ideas?
I think
You
you
know?
have great ideas.
Joe comes out with
Jay-
fucking 6 eyes. He's like, what sandwich? can I
If
get?"
Jay was a Jedi, he would just sit in one of those chairs on the Jedi Council and then
he would be
argue with you
in
as
a robe and a hood. Without a
Yeah.
doubt, his Jedi is definitely robe hood.
And then Jay would argue when you'd say, Jay, we have to go on a mission. He would argue with you that we should just stay in the chairs and watch YouTube videos.
No, I would love to see Jay in the Jedi Luke outfit, the leather outfit. I'd love to see Jay in all leather.
I would too.
David Tell is Yoda.
Yeah. Oh my God, we should recast Star Wars with comics.
That'd be great. Attell as Yoda is very good.
That's really good, dude.
Schultz is Anakin.
That's great. That's really good.
That's funny, man.
This is
Who's
wild.
Tim? Is Tim Chewy?
Oh my god.
Tim would be a good Chewie.
That'd be great.
This is a wild sight, man.
I'd also love Tim as Boba Fett. That'd be fun.
Look at this. They got
Tim
Liza
does.
Minnelli's
Tim does have that.
waitress dress from Arthur.
How much? First movie I ever saw on VHS.
$4,000.
Arthur. First movie I ever saw on
I
VHS.
love Arthur, but they got her dress. That's wild.
$4,000?
$4,000 to $6,000. Starting bid is $2,000.
That's her screen used waitress. I'm gonna
guess
bid on.
so,
I'm gonna bid on
you
some
know?
stuff here. Look at this replica used. The DeLorean replica. Starting bid $75,000. Current bid $100,000. This is a screen used DeLorean.
But like a tiny, like a miniature,
Yeah, replica.
not like a.
Light up. Nope. Sorry. Light up full size DeLorean time machine replica. Used
What?
for Universal. This is what it says, babe.
Full sized.
Hold on. Let's read it.
Do you see they re-released the DeLorean as an electric car now?
I saw it.
Really?
But it's up. It's not the back of it. It's just a DeLorean brand, right?
Yeah, they just re-
Yeah.
I would drive that. How much is it?
I mean, probably 100, I guess. I don't know.
Well, wait a minute. This might be a car, dude. This might be an actual car.
For only $100,000, you can get you can get a Back to the Future DeLorean.
Full size DeLorean time machine replica used for official Universal Studios promotional events.
All right, but still,
Current absentee bid
talking-
$100,000.
You're talking a G for an actual DeLorean. That you can
It'll be
drive around.
auctioned June 21st.
That'll go up to $500.
You think so? It's just for promotional
Doesn't matter,
use.
dude. They're saying to you, the work is done for you. Here is your own Back to the Future. It's not like there's tons
Full
of
size.
replicas either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're giving you like that's it. They're like you're gonna pay for. But the problem is you can't drive that. Like you can drive it.
Let's see. I'm looking right
but
now.
I mean, wasn't Q telling us he knew a guy that had one? And he was saying
Our
he,
friend
like,
does,
he
yeah.
can't drive it because he's like pieces getting knocked off of it and everything.
Yeah, but he has one of the V1s.
You
Did
know?
I ever show you the? I can't. It's fully operational. It's fully operational, registered, and insured. Did I ever tell you that I saw a to the letter? I saw this on the expressway, on the Staten Island Expressway, and it's fully lit up driving on the expressway. And it was when I had it was a while ago, but I had a video phone, and I have the video somewhere. I taped it. I drove alongside of it, lit up at night, driving on the expressway.
That's
I would
wild.
love to buy- Did you ever see the sketch? We did a pilot for Spike TV, and it was a sketch comedy show. It was a single camera show with sketches mixed in, and we had a budget. And we got a DeLorean, and we did a Back to the Future sketch.
No.
It's a minute. It's a minute and a half sketch we were all dressed up. We all want to go back to different places in time. And Murr's dressed as like a sheep herder. Q was a knight. Joe was Mur was Little Bo Peep. Joe was a pharaoh, and I was like a powdered wig guy. And we were like, this is gonna be amazing. We're gonna go back in time. We get in the DeLorean. We're flying down Highland Boulevard, the street in Staten Island that's empty. We're shooting with a whole crew. We hit 88 miles an hour. We scream, right? And then as we're screaming, and we're like, oh my God, 88 miles an hour, let's do this. We're screaming, ah! And we're screaming for like 10 seconds, and you just hear, whoop, whoop, whoop. And we look in the mirror, and the cop's pulling us over.
That's funny.
We pull over, right? There's like 2 words in the whole sketch. We pull over, we're like, oh, just be quiet, he's coming. Cop knocks on the thing goes up, and he just looks at us, and I go, what year is it? And it just cuts out. I passed out driving the car while I was driving it on camera.
Why?
Because it's a 2-seater, and the 4 of us sat in there. And it was a 95-degree summer day. And so one guy was on the console. I think Q was laying across the back window. We were cramped in. It's manual steering, and we weren't allowed to put the air conditioner on because it was ruining the sound. And so we had to go up and down the street for a few hours taping this. And at the one point we were screaming in there, and the windows had to be up and no air on. Right, because of the sound. So after like the 3rd or 4th time that we were going and screaming, I literally screamed and fainted on camera. How you doing, man? I fainted on camera, and on camera I passed out and came to, and the vehicle just went to the side and went on the grass.
Oh.
Yeah. In a
God,
DeLorean.
you're lucky you didn't get hurt.
You're right.
Jesus, God.
There were no other cars on the road. It was closing.
No, forget that. I'm saying that
on camera. I go, I passed out, and I literally come back.
Yeah, you're lucky you didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's wild.
Now, have you ever caught Joker stuff being sold like this?
What's that?
Like,
oh yeah, man, yeah.
Like, have you ever had to fire someone for like sneaking, like?
So I have held on to like one piece of memorabilia clothing, almost like for like, I'd say 2/3 of every bit we've ever done, and I have it in a chest, and I want to do a auction for charity with all of it. Not that who knows who will want what, but I have all these pieces, like outfits we wore, like things we said, but we do find all the time bootleg merchandise, full stores dedicated to us, bootleg merchandise. Yeah, it sucks. There's no way to avoid it. We try to get them shut down, but
nobody's ever like snuck off with some of your hair.
not that I think so. No, my hair.
Do you have luck in shutting them down?
Yeah. If we get somebody on them, they get shut down.
All right, okay.
Yeah, but there's so many, it's insane.
Nice. Well, I mean, not nice that they're doing it. I mean, nice that you can get them shut
I
down.
bought
but,
bootleg merch of myself.
Well, isn't that cardboard cutout of you bootleg merch?
It is, and I bought stickers of myself as bootleg, and then I wanted to get my girl. I just came across this, and I thought it was funny, so I bought it from the person. But it was my face on a mug, but just like 100 of my face covering the whole mug, and I was like, I think that like this will make her laugh, so I bought it, and it came faded, and I had to write to the guy and be like, dude, this came faded, and he sent me a new one, but he didn't even know it was me.
That's
so weird.
hilarious.
I see your face plastered all over like every college dorm room now.
Oh yeah. They print me out on quints or quilts.
No,
We're in the middle of recording.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and they just hang me on there. When I do college shows, I address it all the time. The college kids have taken my image and likeness, and it means something else to them.
Yeah.
Like I'm like the Michael Jordan crying, whatever the hell it is. They put me on their shirts, tattoos of it, and they print it on tapestries, and they hang the tapestries in their dorm and from the ceilings in their dorm.
Really?
Can you believe that? What's up, guys?
Holy shit.
And I don't get why. And I asked them all the time why. And they say that we worship at the Church of Sal. You're our Lord and Savior. Or some of them are just like, we just love you or whatever. And I'm like, all right. And I think it's for some other reason they don't want to tell me to my face.
It really makes me laugh. I love it.
Yeah.
It's weird that you're talking about this as people are spotting you left and right. I don't know if, we should have left that door
I think
shut.
maybe it has an energy to it. We're in the middle of New York Street right now.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's as long as you feel comfortable.
Well, I really like this door shut.
This guy parking. We have to blur that license or no? I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
I gotta shut.
No one cares.
I gotta go shut the basement doors over there.
That's your basement over there?
Yeah, but somebody they shouldn't have been left open.
How you doing,
like
man?
that. I gotta go shut.
Thank you so
those.
much. Wait, your basement is in front of the laundry place?
Yeah, it's It's
But
sort
the
of.
guy's working on the thing down there. He's coming in and out, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Joe just locks a man in the basement.
That's what I thought.
Joe takes him hostage.
Ooh, look at this. He's tight when someone parks over there.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, I guess he is working on the thing. All right, yeah.
Now, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp, babes. You know BetterHelp. They're our champions on here. We talk about this all the time, and I am at the top of my game right now, but I am also at the bottom of my game because I am exhausted. I'm burning out, and it is really important that I don't have a nervous breakdown, and I take the time for me. I feel like going to therapy is like going to the mental gym, and I think you should too. Life can be overwhelming, and I'm sure you guys feel the same thing I have: lack of motivation, irritability, fatigue, etc. BetterHelp Online Therapy wants you to remind you to prioritize yourself. Okay, talking with someone can help you figure out your stresses in life. We've used it since we've done it. I think it's awesome because I was someone who was always, I guess, not knowledgeable about actual in-person therapy and a little bit scared of the price and the process and dealing with insurance. This can connect you with an online therapist in under 48 hours. They're real licensed therapists. They offer video, phone, and even live chat sessions. So you don't have to even see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy. And like I said, 48 hours you could be on there with a therapist. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/tastebuds. You know it. It's betterhelp.com/tastebuds. Try it out. Taste Buddies, let's talk about Upside. All right. From cringing at the pump, especially right now, to getting an eye-popping check at your favorite restaurant, inflation is hitting us all where it hurts, right in the front and back. And it does really hurt. That's why starting to use Upside is going to help you out. It's an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out. And let's be honest, we all dine out. None of us buy gas and groceries, but we all dine out. With every purchase, I'm earning cash back thanks to Upside. So I threw this app on just a couple of weeks ago when they started to become a sponsor. And I'm saying especially, I don't know where you guys are. In New York, gas prices are mid-5s. I was in LA last week. They were touching 6. Why not get cash back on that? It is a no-brainer. It's not too good to be true. It actually works. It works instantly. It's easy. This is one of those no-brainer products, okay? I'm earning cash back thanks to Upside. You should too. To get started, download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play. Use the promo code TASTEBUDS and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That can be up to half off. Next, claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Check in at the business. Pay as usual with your credit card or debit card, and you get paid back. It's that easy. In comparison to credit card reward cards or loyalty programs, you can earn 3 times more with cash back using Upside. So you guys, everyone has a rewards program now. If you like your rewards program, think about this. You'll earn up to 3 times more using this app. You can cash out at any time. It goes right into your bank account, your PayPal, or you can get an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. It's a really cool option right there. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week. That's how many people are using this thing. That's probably why they have a 4.8 rating in the App Store. Go read it up for yourself. Check it out. Download the free Upside app. Use promo code TasteBuds. Get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using promo code TasteBuds. What's up, guys? I am finally announcing another couple of dozen dates. So if you've been waiting, every time I post, if you're like, that's not where I'm from, this is your time to pay attention. They are on pre-sale right now with promo code GODBLESS, one word, at salvulcanocomedy.com. I'm going to be in Hamilton. I'm going to be in Toronto for the first time up in Canada. Richmond, Virginia, Hershey, Pennsylvania, all in October. November, we're doing Knoxville. We're doing Atlanta. With Atlanta, you've been calling on me, babe. I'm coming. We're doing Birmingham. I'm doing Evansville and Louisville. Those are rescheduled from the COVID days, and I'm so excited to get to you guys. Moving over to December, guys, we're going to be in Jacksonville, Tampa, Orlando, Sacramento, San Jose, and Santa Rosa. Those are my dates right now. The new dates announced through the rest of the year. And then otherwise, Vegas, July 15th is going to be a great one. We're also in Boulder, Colorado. We are in Phoenix, and then a great weekend over there in Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver. So Canada, I'm finally hitting you guys up. Florida coming through. North Cali, I'm coming through. Everything's available this week, and it's all on salvulcanocomedy.com. Check it out. I hope to see you there.
All right. Anyway, let's get into the battle.
You want to get into it right now?
I think so, right?
Okay.
I mean,
It's been a minute since we've done the worst of. Our first worst of might have been worst fruit, pear versus cantaloupe.
Yes, and I lost that.
And then we did a worst drink. You had to, no pun, but you got cream there. You
it
took
was
cream soda, and I
versus-
took grapefruit juice.
Son of a bitch.
So your track record for worst battles is
yeah, but this is where it gets confusing.
Isn't it funny that dismal and abysmal kind of mean the same thing?
No.
But they're two completely different words beside the mole. Beside the ismal.
I mean,
Abysmal and dismal.
Dismal and an abysmal? I don't know.
Right?
Is that weird?
Aren't they synonyms? It's like they're two.
They're not. No, they're not synonyms.
Okay.
They're not synonyms. They're similar, but they're not synonyms. They're not synonyms, but they're. I don't know. I can't tell if that's weird or not.
Dismal. If I was gonna be like, dude, it's dismal in there. Dude, it's abysmal. I don't know. I feel like they're the same thing.
All right, fair enough. So here's sometimes people
That might be a good name of a band. Dismal Abysmal.
I don't like that at all.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be difficult. But this is where people get confused with these episodes. You'll
Okay.
see in the comments, they'll go, oh, I thought you were saying which is better. They'll still think it's right.
No, we're telling you right now. I'm battling for the worst. So if you think it's the worst,
Well, they get it when they watch it on the polls, I mean.
well, I put in all caps, which is worse.
Okay.
So unless we have, people from off a boat from somewhere,
Oh, boy.
you know.
All right, take it easy, will you? Let's not get canceled.
I'm saying maybe if they don't know our language or culture, maybe they would get confused.
Right, okay.
Why cancel? Why? What are you talking cancel?
I think it's the off the boat part that's problematic.
Well, I'm just saying, if someone came here that's not from here that doesn't know our language, they would be confused.
Sure, I got you. I know, I was just kidding. I don't think
I know you're kidding, but I'm diving into it because I don't agree.
All right, we're doing worst. I mean, not just which is worse. We're doing what we think are the worst
Cereals.
two cereals, and we're battling on behalf of which cereal we think is the worst. You are taking.
I'm taking the worst cereal I've ever tasted, and from what I gather, the worst cereal that most people I know has ever tasted, and that is Grape Nuts, my friend, which I don't even know if they still exist. I think they do.
Oh, they do.
Because it's for people over 90, and I think it's for animals, but
They do have to have. That's the one food in the store where you're like, you have to have something for people in their 90s, or will look ageist in the store.
right.
So they have Grape Nuts.
It's wild, right? Because
It's like how small the baby food aisle is.
it is.
And they have Grape Nuts.
Yeah. So the thing about Grape Nuts is there's no grapes and there's no nuts.
Oh boy. Who are you? Ellen
What's the
DeGeneres?
deal?
Yeah.
What's the deal with Ovaltine? Why don't they call it Roundtine?
Yeah.
Was that the
No, the jar is round.
Hey guys,
The cup is round. Your mouth is round. Why not call it round
Round
tea?
tea.
The way
Banya?
Banya's reading it back to him, and Seinfeld's going this because he wrote it. He's just getting all the beats.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that's how I wrote it.
So-
That's so funny.
So the thing about it is, too, grapes I love. They're delicious. Nuts I love. They're delicious. So it's so funny that not only are they not in it, but the name is comprised of two delicious things that are not the same at all, that I think most people love. I don't know why or how. Can you Google, Pimp, where they have the stones?
Yes.
Speaking of stones, they taste like little stones, and they
truly
chew,
do,
They
like
chew
gravel.
like little stones. It's like little gravel. It's like if rabbit shit became hard,
When I
or
was-
gravel got just soft enough that you can crunch on it.
when I was a kid, I used to see the commercials for Grape Nuts.
Yeah.
Because they had commercials that really sold the grape nut, which
Yeah.
is what a commercial's supposed to do. I wanted these things so bad. I thought it looked like such an interesting, fun cereal as a
Yeah.
kid. And in the commercial,
It looks like couscous.
I pictured it tasting like, like a granola flavor.
Right.
Like a sweet, like whatever.
And when was your world rock? Take us through it.
I never got them. I think I would ask my mom for them, and she just wouldn't get them for me because she was like, "You're not going to like them." And I think I finally ate them when I was in college, And there were a few of us. Like, I always wanted to try these, and we tried them, and we were like, I remember we eating. We were like, my God, like the
Dear
milk
God.
is all gone. Where did it go? And then we were going back and refilling the milk, and then we were like a second time, like the milk is gone again.
Yeah.
What is going on? We were like, this is the worst cereal I've ever had.
Yo, that should be the slogan for Grape Nuts. Grape Nuts, dear God.
Where has the milk all gone?
I bought Grape Nuts once in my life. My family got it, and I never eaten it again. And the first time I chomped down, I was not prepared for how hard it would be. I almost blew out a molar.
Well, I'll tell you this. Now, I'm taking, as bad as I think Grape Nuts are, and I think they are terrible, I take in the battle Unfrosted Shredded Wheat.
I will tell you. Also, I think it's also in the conversation. So I think this is going to be a tough battle.
Yeah.
I think it's in the conversation because those are like little bricks made of hay and shit.
Unfrosted Shredded Wheat is when your doctor goes, it's come to this. I mean, I can't think of any reason for eating it otherwise.
Right? Like you still want to eat something.
Horror
But
show.
you want to eat everything you are about to eat. Everything you name that you eat is going to kill you. There's one thing left for you to be able to eat.
Yes.
And it's wheat
Yes.
that has been shredded and unfrosted and pressed into a brick
Oh, my God.
form.
So Pimp, give us, before we hit the actual battle, give us why Grape Nuts is called that.
So Grape Nuts, 1897. It's made
Wait, it was
from-
invented, hold on, it was created in it.
Yeah.
Post cereal was around in 18. By the way, shout out Post. You really missed it with Grape Nuts, but I got to be honest, I got to give you your props for Alphabets.
There is some interesting stuff here. So
Yeah.
it's made from flour, salt, and dried yeast.
That sounds like a delicious cereal. Flour, salt, and dried yeast.
Oh,
And,
my God.
Its lightweight and compact nature made it perfect for expedition groups in the 20s and 30s to explore the country and have food.
So this was basically feed bag food.
Yeah,
It's the same as putting a feed bag on you. It's transferable, portable magic beans.
So it
The
sounds like
Army,
it was-
the Army in that time period figured out how to can edible food for men in the depths of foxholes, and Grape Nuts is still that unedible.
Yeah.
Well,
Grape Nuts is for people traveling very far by horse.
Actually, Grape Nuts was in the rations, the jungle rations.
Jesus Christ.
And yet it's still around
I
today.
got to tell you, too, I'm not with you at all on Post. I think aside from the cuteness of Alphabets, they stink.
What about not golden grams. Okay, so there's Sugar Smacks with the frog.
Beat it.
Golden had the bear, the honey bear. Golden golden whatchamacallit.
Don't
What
waste
were they
my
called?
time.
That's a slept on cereal.
That
was a cereal very popular in the 80s. No one eats it anymore.
I think it's a passable cereal.
What's it called? Golden Crisp?
Honey Crisp.
No. It was a bear, and it was the same thing.
Sugar Smacks.
No, but Sugar Smacks was the frog.
Golden Crisp.
Golden Crisp.
I got to tell you, Post Raisin Bran beat it. I mean, it can't hold a candle to Kellogg's. It just can't.
I'd agree, but in a bind, I'm fine with Post Raisin Bran.
I actually don't like it because it's the difference in taste is so different.
Who makes unfrosted shredded wheat?
That's a good question. That's
Pimp?
what I was going to ask.
So again, this is an older cereal.
Whose horse is unfrosted shredded wheat?
Hold on, I just had his name. Henry Perky invented shredded wheat in Denver in 1890.
It's a battle of the 19th century
dude, this
cereals.
is brutal right now.
But what company puts it out today, Pimp? What company produces it?
Well, back in the day, it was a cereal machine company. But let me see who owns it right now.
Honestly, you could fashion like a nest or a hut out of unfrosted shredded wheat. You know what I mean? You could use that as a main. You got some nice clay, and you use those as the bricks.
I feel that you could build a hut out of the wheat and then lay a full driveway with the Grape Nuts.
It says Post Kellogg's.
Post.
Wait a minute.
Post Kellogg's the same thing. See, in these days you don't know. There's big cereal. There's conglomerates now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what company.
Wait a minute. Is Post Kellogg's the same?
I don't think so.
In 2000, Kraft's Food bought it.
See, there's no more. Just pure straight up brands anymore.
But wait a minute. So Kellogg's now just has all Raisin Bran?
So they're putting out Raisin Bran on the two banners.
They might be.
You got to tip your cap.
I mean, it's a shame. It's all been corporatized at
Has
this
Raisin
point.
Bran done anything? They added nuts. Added Raisin Bran Crunch, added nuts.
It was
Have they
next
done
level when
anything
they
else?
did that. They did that, but I'll tell you what. No, but I'll tell you what. I don't think. I'll tell you what the best part about that Raisin Bran Crunch was. The way they forget the crunch part. The crunch part was fine. I could take it or leave it. It just tasted like granola or whatever. But the way they took the raisins and rolled them in that like doughy whatever, I don't know what it was, but the raisins in that one had like a coating on them of like almost like dough. It was so
Was that yogurt maybe?
good.
There's a couple
No,
flavors
there's
here.
you're thinking yogurt covered raisins.
Okay.
But it was like I don't know what it was,
There's-
man. But
There's
man,
actually
that
a few
was
flavors they offer.
huh?
Raisin Bran with bananas, Raisin Bran Crunch, Raisin Bran Vanilla Almond, and Raisin Bran
That's what I'm
Cranberries.
thinking of.
Raisin Bran what?
Cranberries.
Wait, you're telling me there's like dried bananas in there?
Yeah.
Or a banana taste?
I think dried bananas.
Oh man, nothing gets me going like slicing a banana into a bowl of cold cereal milk. Nothing
I
gets
would
me
agree
going.
with that. You get some. You put it in Frosted Flakes.
I
forget
go.
it, dude.
Oh,
mean,
I never
it's-
did it in frosted because frosted is too much on its own. I do it in regular cornflakes. I do it in Rice Krispies. I do it in Cheerios.
In Cheerios, absolutely. You sprinkle, but you got to do the sprinkle, the sugar sprinkle.
I take a Domino's packet and I ration it.
Yeah.
I do one coating of the whole top. I eat the top. I do another coating halfway through.
It's very smart.
Yeah.
That's very smart.
Ration it. I don't do it anymore, but as a kid, oh my God, you ever pour so many Domino's sugar packets on these shows as a kid that when you're done with the milk
Of course.
and you go to drink the milk, there's literally it almost looks like coffee. There's just a mound of sugar at the bottom.
Yeah, it's like cement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those were
it's-
the days. Those
yeah.
were the days.
It's heavy stuff. It's heavy stuff. I did
A
that.
shredded wheat, when you're biting into it too, it really feels like you are a cow in the pasture. Folks, let's talk about Factor. As the weather gets warmer, Factor can help you spend less time at home in the kitchen and more time enjoying the springtime, the summertime with no cooking, grocery shopping, or dishes. This is pre-prepared meals. Plus, you get the perfect health-conscious grab-on-the-go add-ons like smoothies and juices. Luckily, I don't have to meal plan or prep, and I can still eat well now that I leave my meals to Factor. Factor makes it easy for me to eat clean 24/7 with fresh, never frozen. Remember that. Prepared, because other ones are frozen. Prepared meals that are so delicious you wouldn't even believe they're actually good for you. I like to do a meal prep for the week, especially when I'm back filming and stuff like that. A lot of times on set, craft services is not healthy, and so I will literally bring a lunch, especially when I'm trying to eat more healthy, and I have to prep that for the whole week. Now with Factor, I sign, they get delivered to my house, and I have my week's food just lined up right in, and I just grab it on the way out of the house.
And no more. It's cut down on your outbursts on set, where you flip tables over.
Yes, like
you've hit chefs.
yes, like the outburst you just had in the middle of my read.
Yeah.
Okay. Feel good for summer. Choose from Factor's Calorie Smart and Keto options with built-in portion control as a great tool to help you get fit for the summer. And that's the thing I learned too. It's all about portion control, babes. Factor now offers 30 meals a week. You can choose from a variety of new meals every week. On top of that, Factor gives you the option to change it up. Select any plan size between 4 to 18 meals a week. So if you don't need that many, you scale it down. Busy schedule, lunch, dinner, it doesn't matter. You can add an extra 2, 3, or 4 meals to order if you change your mind. They save you time. They deliver fresh, chef-crafted meals to your doorstep, eliminating grocery shopping, meal prep, and cleanup. Each Factor meal arrives pre-prepared and ready to eat in 2 minutes. That's even faster than ordering. We got this first as a sample. I got hooked on it, and I still use it to this day. Head to go.factor75.com/tastebuds120. Not the easiest promo code in the game, not the easiest instructions, but let's go through it again. And then use the code tastebuds120 to get $120 off. That's a lot. So let's do this again. That's code tastebuds120. You're going to go to go.factor75, the numbers, .com/tastebuds120 for $120 off. You just hit the 10-second back and listen to that again and try it, because I promise you will be happy with Factor. Buddies, love talking about Babbel. Babbel sponsors our show. They are a language learning app. They are the premier language learning app. I've been using them for about a year now, brushing up on my Espanol. Some of you may know that. I'm half Spanish. Aquí yo quiero trago o rompero la radiola. That means give me a drink or I'm going to break the radio. Okay, so that's some of the fun stuff I'm learning. For all your summer travels, whether you're going abroad or staying domestic and want to immerse yourself in the culture, now is the perfect time to start Babbel. I'm taking a trip to Italy, second time in my life, so I'm going to be switching off Spanish to Italian. They do have 14 different languages, and I'm going to start that now because I'm going in about a month and a half. And do a lot of my commutes, falling asleep. I take a 15-minute lesson. It's fun. And I just kind of like fit in language learning in my downtime, which is something that you couldn't really do before something like Babbel existed. It's a language learning app, sold more than 10 million subscriptions. Thanks to Babbel, addictively fun and easy bite-sized language lessons. There's time to learn a new language before you reach the destination. For me, it's Naples. With Babbel, you only need 10 minutes to complete a lesson, so you can start having a real-life conversation in a new language in as little as 3 weeks, if you're good. Other language learning apps use AI for the lesson plans, but Babbel lessons are created by over 150 human language experts in the flesh. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective. I can vouch for it. With Babbel, you can choose from the 14 languages. Like I said, there's also French, there's German, yada, yada, yada. Not Swahili, but you can write to them. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you improve your pronunciation and accent, which I clearly could even use in my own English accent. There are so many ways to learn Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access their podcasts, their games, videos, and even live classes. The content library keeps growing. Comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Can't get hurt. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, save up to 60% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/tastebuds. That's Babbel, BABBEL.com/tastebuds for up to 60% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
First of all, just back to the sugar thing. I did that every time with sugar when I was a kid.
But you didn't put sugar on sugar cereals, did you?
No, I only did it with
The plain
Cheerios
Janes, yeah.
and like Rice Krispies.
That's it, yeah, and cornflakes.
But I would just keep pouring it on because I didn't. Even as many times as I had all that sugar at the bottom of the bowl, I never, for some reason, understood the sugar is you're putting too much on. It's falling through the cereal.
Right.
And I just kept adding more. Like it needs more. It needs more. The amount of sugar I ate as a child, up through my 30s, when I think about it now, it's startling to me.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's startling. It was like a 5-pack-a-day smoker.
Yeah,
It was like
so
unreal level.
Some people didn't even use the packets. Some people had sugar in a tin, and they used to use the spoon and go.
That's how we did it.
Oof.
Oh no, actually, I'm sorry, we didn't do that. We had the
Domino's
coffee
box?
House, no. We had the coffee house clear glass thing, and you could just pour it on.
Oh
like that.
my
We had
god!
That thing.
Oh my god!
We had that thing.
Poison.
It's wild when I think
The
back.
70s and 80s were wild.
I mean, just no regard for sugar, no respect for it
Yeah.
and its power and
You ever
its
look
danger.
at? You ever look at cereal nutrition facts? The serving size is a cup, and when you pour into what we pour into a bowl is no joke. It's probably 4 cups.
It's crazy.
A cup of cereal is so little. Cereal is a ruse. It's one of the biggest ruse the devil's ever played. Cereal. Because we fall in love with it, and you put a bowl of it in there, and you don't realize you're having 4 to 5 servings in a pop. You pour cereal into a measuring cup and see what 1 cup of cereal is. It's a fistful.
Yeah, I know.
I go heaping bowl and then mid bowl second round.
Have you ever gone giant bowl and you just go, I'm not going to waste time refilling here?
I don't go giant bowl, and I'll tell you why. Too much milk in there. Takes too much time to get to the end. You're getting soggy. It doesn't feel... I'd rather eat more. I'd rather eat it across smaller bowls, the same amount, than just one big bowl.
Right.
Do you enjoy the big bowl?
I've only done it occasionally. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I agree with you. It's when you ration along, it works a little better.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because I like redoing it. Like, all of a sudden, it's crunchy again.
Sure.
I told you about the Crunch Cup?
Now, what's that?
Crunch Cup, if you're watching, and we know that you are, I guess this is free press for you. I might have talked to her. I stumbled across this thing on the internet called the Crunch Cup when I was Christmas shopping this year. And what it is it looks like a big, almost like a water, like a like a water bottle, like a sippy cup, a big sippy cup. There's a cylinder in the middle, though, that holds cereal. And the outside of the cup, the cylinder is in the cup.
Okay.
And then the milk goes poured on the outside. So this, basically, picture pouring a cup of milk and then dropping in cereal in a cylinder in the middle. So the cereal's in the middle of that cup, but not touching the milk.
Okay.
Put a cap on it. Then there's a system that allows you to drink it like you're drinking from a sippy cup, but the milk and the cereal are coming from two different spouts. So you drink the cereal into your mouth, and you're only combining the milk and the cereal as it comes into your mouth, so it can stay crunchy. So you could pour yourself a bowl of cereal, and instead of worrying about eating it in that 5 minutes, you could like eat a bowl of cereal over the course of a half hour, and it'd still be crunchy. You could take it in the car and put it in. It fits in the cup holder.
That's interesting.
Cereal on the go. It's never been more easy. Crunch Cup.
I find that fascinating.
$20 a pop. I bought 2 of them. You better send a case to my house. Min.
I find that fascinating. I don't think, though, that's what I... look, on the go is a different story.
Can I talk to you about it?
But that's not
I
what I
bought
want
2 because it was a deal. I used one. I haven't used the other one yet. Would you like it? Do you eat
well,
cereal?
I don't eat cereal anymore because
Then
my
don't
dairy
take it.
thing that's...
Then don't take it. You're right.
But I
You could
like
get lactate.
Yeah.
Lactate.
I like the...
Shout out lactate.
I would like to try it. Let's put it that way. I like
I'll
the
let you try
conjoining...
mine.
I like the evolution of the cereal and the milk, though.
Yeah.
I feel that I would be being robbed of that.
Well, if you want that, then you go to the bowl. This is for when you want to take your cereal in the car. You want to take your cereal on a walk.
As a
you want to have cereal. You're watching a movie. You want to have a cereal throughout the movie, and it still be crunchy. It's for people who love the crunch. Also, you don't need a spoon.
I also don't understand, how is the cereal pouring out of the cup into your mouth?
Right? So the milk is on the outside, the cereal's on the inside, and then there's a cap, and then the cap has a hole that touches both receptacles. So when you tilt it, cereal comes out of the middle, and milk comes out of the side. There it is, boom.
But, like, the cap is big enough that the cereal can fit through it? Because
Yes,
all I
sir.
keep picturing is cereal getting stuck in the hole.
No. I mean, they thought of that.
Well, I would hope so.
You see it, Pimp? Looks pretty cool, right?
I mean, it's awesome, but there's like so many other things that need to be invented still. I can't believe this is what's being invented.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to try it.
How you doing, Snap? This is what I do. I say what's up to Snap more times than an adult should per day.
I would like
I
to
say hello to people, Snap.
And that's not a euphemism, folks. I would like to try it. I'm curious. Let's put it that way.
I'll tell you what you don't want to put in there. Unfrosted. You could put about 3 bricks of unfrosted shredded wheat in there. It won't work.
Yeah,
you need
by
a
the way, we
ring
got to
or-
get back to the battle because
Yeah.
we're way down the cereal road, which is fine. And we knew that today would be a pleasant battle. Quite frankly, the last 2 weeks were quite heated with Nate Bargatze. We didn't worry too much that we knew today would be pleasant because we were like, look, we're basically arguing what's worse. We're not going to scream at each other about that.
Right.
But also it's okay to have a nice day because last 2 episodes, man, they were hot. There was a lot of screaming.
I could yell at you when we did cream soda versus grapefruit juice because I think cream soda is delicious. So not only was I arguing that grapefruit juice was the devil's piss, but I was also like, you're crazy for not liking cream soda. But I agree with you. Unfrosted shredded wheat, we're talking about what's the lesser of 2 evils here.
I think there is, with that said, I think there is no way Grape Nuts... There's, at least with Grape Nuts, you have the shape, for God's sakes. Like, there's something. There is nothing redeemable about shredded wheat.
I don't know. You have
when
what,
it's
what,
unfrosted.
but what shape do you have? The shape looks like Medusa looked at couscous and it
Right.
became a cereal.
But you can still get a spoonful and enjoy for a couple seconds before the horrid flavor hits the texture of that stuff in your mouth.
I think
Shredded
you're a
wheat
choking hazard.
for there's no point when there's nothing.
Shredded wheat, you're right. Shredded wheat does also remind me of insulation for a home.
Oh God!
In the
Worse.
sheetrock? In the
I'd rather
sheetrock?
eat insulation.
Yeah.
I'd rather eat insulation.
It is weird. Like you bite into it and it's like you're eating hay.
Yeah.
Pimp, did you get the Medusa reference?
From,
Do you know that
from
Medusa-
mythology?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns to stone.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. By the way, a lot of fans are writing in both are perfect birthday gifts.
Really? Oh, that's fun.
Just to troll, I guess.
That is a very funny.
No, that is
birthday.
funny. Show up to someone's birthday party with the 2 of them wrapped.
Well, yeah, and then especially if it's like it's their 40th, you go, hey,
You old son
look. Yeah,
of
yeah,
a-
that's funny.
That's great.
I would be hard. Now, here's a question.
I think grape nuts could be used as a weapon in a way, and I'll tell you how. Not a weapon so much as a booby trap. I think if there's a Home Alone 5, I think Kevin could take grape nuts and just throw them all over the living room floor. And I know Hal and Marv, or whatever the hell their names are going to take a dive off of them.
If I was going to use it as a weapon, I'd use it like buckshot.
That's true, too. Spray it.
Or throw it in your eyes
yeah,
like
yeah.
sand.
Like Mr. Fuji.
But I also honestly believe that
Fiji.
if I took a piece of shredded wheat, now I'm talking before you break it up, because it comes in loaves. It comes in loaves in the box.
Yeah.
I honestly think if I took a piece and I went like this to you with it, it would actually hurt.
Oh, you're true. I would be injured. You'd break skin. You could break skin.
I think you could break skin.
Absolutely. It almost is like I feel like you could like sand stuff with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you just ran it over some sheetrock for a while, you could like level out some sheetrock.
Yeah.
It's like a Brillo pad. It's like little Brillo pads.
I have a friend who...
Same chopper as before.
Wow.
It's not a bike, baby. It's a chopper.
Guy's doing
Whose motorcycle is this? It's a chopper, baby.
I have a friend who would eat
Wow.
Whose
frosted...
chopper is this? Zed,
Have
baby.
you guys rode motorcycles?
Who's Zed? Zed's dead, baby.
I mean,
Motorcycle
I've ridden on one. I never drove one. I don't
You would
think.
never buy one?
I was.
I
gonna s-
would. I would love to, but
I
this
can't
city
do it.
feels dangerous to me.
I always
I hate
wanted
the
to.
wind.
I always wanted to. Q and I were supposed to take motorcycle lessons together. We signed up or something like that, and then I had to fall out for some other reason. He took the lesson, got the thing, got a bike. He's been driving a bike for 20 years. I never did it.
Wow.
I've been on a bike. I've been on a motorcycle, but I've never. But not far either.
On
just like
Q's, I'd love to see you
local.
guys in the BQ.
No, not on
league.
Q's. I did it as a kid a couple times. A motorcycle seems liberating. You know what you could get? I can get a 3-wheeler or something with a sidecar. Oh, we should actually get a branded, wrapped, licensed Taste Buds motorcycle and sidecar.
I'd like
Throw
that.
on goggles and a leather cap like Snoopy, like the Baron.
I'd like
and just
that.
drive around. Oh my God!
Oh.
And honestly, there's a way to like attach mics to us and just drive around the city and do an episode.
My dad
of
used
one
to
with
do
one of
a
us in a
drone shot.
sidecar.
Yeah. My dad used to
Get
joke
on
when
it,
I was
pimp.
a kid that he wanted to get one of those for him and my mom, and then my mom would
It's
ride
fun.
in the sidecar. And
That's
we
fun.
we always thought that was very funny. Something very
You don't
funny
you don't
about
see
people
it.
driving
You
around.
don't see
He never did it.
sidecars
Well,
anymore.
I think sidecars are for war. You need somebody to shoot, right?
You know, there was
I
a
guess,
GI Joe.
yeah.
There was a GI Joe vehicle with the motorcycle and a sidecar.
Who else
I mean,
uses a
honestly,
sidecar?
if LA is listening, a sidecar seems great for drive-bys.
Here's
Good tip.
Yeah.
here's my question. Do you think there's a cereal on the table that can even step in the ring with these two disgusting, horrid cereals? Because I'll say this too. My buddy used to eat frosted mini wheats as if that was somehow healthy. I love the idea of that. It's like, I'm going to offset the wheats now with, by the way, wheat's not really great for you either, but like,
But they're
I'm
trying
going
to
to
tell
offset
us
it
it
with a
was.
frosting. It's like, this is like, I just love that people think something like that is actually healthy. But anyway, do you think there's a cereal that could actually step in the ring against
Google worst
unfrosted
cereals,
wheat
Pim.
Let me see.
and grape nuts?
Yeah, let's see.
I'd go
let's
with
see.
one of those fiber ones personally. Top
The
10
fiber
worst
ones, they
cereals.
give some flavor though. Maybe one of those plain original.
Fiber One. I love that cereal.
Maybe one of the original plain Kashis.
You're right. No, nothing against Kashi, but sometimes Kashi's. I mean, I think they're just sweeping some stuff together off the floor,
Oh God, Kashi is brutal.
and it's only healthy because it's also has no other nutritional value.
Kashi tastes like they reversed the vacuum cleaner into a bowl.
Now, I bought Kashi before, and they have different stuff, but I will tell you, the name Kashi also has to go.
No, it's not.
Kashi is not an appetizing name. Kashi. It's just not. It's not. It's not what I think of when I think of I want to eat Kashi for breakfast.
No, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not. Kashi can redeem itself with a little chocolate here and there. You know, some of them, I guess, they had some fruit.
That'd be a good name.
But
Like
if
a,
you're doing a straight up Kosh, forget
yeah.
it.
That
And
might
it's
be a
like
good
shaped
hip hop
like
name.
twigs.
Might be a
Kashi
good
is a
MC
good
name.
Straight
MC
up
Kashi. Good for your body.
Kashi is good. The
Maybe Takashi 6ix9ine. Maybe that's his thing.
It's a Kashi. Wow. They should get him as a spokesperson.
hold on.
That'll
I
liven
gotta-
up that. Right now, it's for old people and ponies. Kashi.
I gotta close this thing. Pimp, cut this part
All
or
right, yeah.
vamp while I'm going.
Don't cut it. Just close it. It's gonna take 2 seconds. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
door.
I'm trying to
Guys,
find the
I'm gonna vamp.
trying to find the worst cereal. But people.
Oh, he's going to close the. I thought he was closing this.
No, he's closing the hole in the floor. There's one cereal here called Grins, Smiles, Giggles, and Laughs. I've
Never heard of that.
Never heard
But
of that.
you Google if you Google worst cereals, there's not like an article with like a
It
list.
becomes like an opinion, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, I'm not seeing like the boring.
I've said this before. Wow, that girl
I know.
had on no clothes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I had it for the first time over the pandemic, and I gotta say,
Oh,
tip of the cap.
dude.
I get it. Cinnamon Toast Crunch has those little bakers that try to. They're almost like the Rice Krispie elves. What are they called?
Yeah, like the little.
The Rice Krispie. What are
the
they called?
Keebler elf
Snap,
kinda
crackle,
thing?
and pop. They're
Oh,
elves, right?
They're elves, right? Yeah. Tree occupiers? I don't know.
Yeah. Are they from the trees though?
I think they're from the trees or the streets. I'm not sure.
Google that. Their names are Snap, Crackle, and
By the way,
Pop.
you remember Frankenberry? That's what's coming up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they think Frankenberry's no good?
That's what this guy wrote.
Booberry. That's one. Okay, it was Count Chocula, right? Frankenberry and Booberry. And I think there might have been one more. That is one cereal. And that might be Post as well. And that is one cereal, that whole brand I never tried. I
No?
never tried it.
Snap, Crackle, and Pop, they're saying are fairies.
They're fair. Okay, Joe, ready?
Sorry.
The mascots of Rice Krispies, who are they?
Snap, crackle, and pop.
What are they?
They're elves.
They are not.
What are they?
So we just thought the same thing.
Well, no, now I'm seeing on Wikipedia it's saying they're elf characters.
Okay, because you looked it up and someone said they're fairies.
Hey, take it easy, people.
Guys, it's 2022. Okay, they're elves. That dog
Who
is
do you
pissing.
think-
Dog is pissing right in front of you.
That's nice. Thank you. Thanks. Now let him walk in
Honestly,
here now.
honestly, the Lower East Side is what most reminds me of like a maybe an X-rated Sesame Street. This is you can't get
It's
more.
Avenue Q.
You can't
Yeah.
get more. Who are the people in your neighborhood than a block on the Lower East Side?
I mean, Joe on the X-rated Sesame Street's a 10.
Yes. Yes.
Let's do
Joe
it.
pops his head out of the sandwich window right there. He's like the old lady. Or who pops their head out?
Oscar.
No, he comes out of the can. But who's that? Like what's her name on 227 when she pops her
Oh,
head?
the
out-
old
Yeah,
lady.
yeah.
She's the lady that owns the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her. Or she doesn't own it. She's like the building manager
Yeah.
or whatever.
You ever see her on?
I think I want to say Selma.
You ever see her on Conan?
No.
An old Conan back in the day. She makes Conan fall out of his chair. They're talking about something, and then she ends up smoking. Conan makes an insinuation to marijuana, and legit, straight up, she goes, "Oh, I love reefer." She called it reefer.
She was in a ton of comedy movies.
Yeah,
You know, like
wasn't
the-
she in I'm gonna no, not I'm gonna
Like
let
don't
you
drink
say.
your gin and juice
Well,
while
that's
being
the
a
one,
menace to the
yeah,
hood, whatever. Or don't be a
yeah.
menace while drinking your juice. But and like she would like smoke weed in them. Like
Yeah.
that was like a thing she did towards the end of her career, and it's probably because she was like, yeah, I'm into it. Like I love
Hell
it.
yeah, cataracts.
Yeah. The we've talked about maybe discussing this on an episode. I think we could maybe discuss it now because we weren't sure
Go
if it
around.
could carry a full episode. But while we're on the subject of cereal, and we're talking about Snap, Crackle, and Pop, what do you think who do you think the strongest cereal mascot is?
So what I was about to say before is people don't give any acknowledgement to the son that's throwing 2 scoops in the Raisin Bran.
I think he gets some acknowledgement.
He
no?
gets no acknowledgement, dude. They forget about that guy.
All right.
As a matter of fact, I wonder right now if he's still on the box. He's the golden son that drops in 2 scoops of the golden raisins. And I'll tell you another thing. Here's something I don't realize, right? Grape Nuts. They had an ad campaign when we were younger. Showed it probably shredded wheat. I remember it. But how are these things still around? They got their hooks in the old people that they can be occupying shelf space at your local grocer still to this day with 0 advertisement when they taste and crunch the texture. How could they still be around?
It's the thing that baffles
Are
me.
they
What I
going to be
was saying.
phased out with the
But
greatest
that's
generation?
what I'm saying. Like what I was saying earlier about like people thinking like shredded wheat is good for you. It's good for you if you really need fiber, right? It's great
yeah, but
source-
nobody
but my
after
point is-
after our parents' generation is gone. Nobody. Grape Nuts, shredded wheat. They better go digital now because They're
There are
not going to be
doctors
around.
somewhere saying this is what you need to go eat.
Yeah,
There are those foods that just won't go away.
yeah.
Like, I feel like shredded wheat in particular, it's like corn. It's just there. It's just going to be there. Doesn't matter how many people say, don't eat corn. It's just like a bad carb and sugar. It's a vegetable. It's always going to be there.
Do you think?
I think shredded wheat is kind of like that.
Do you think it'd be fun if we took seriously took $300 and we did a blind cereal taste test?
Right?
Would that be fun? Could you identify 50 different cereals?
I was going to say, what the hell do you need $300 for?
200? I don't know. 100. I don't. Cereal's like
Steaks,
$7
some
a
kind
box.
of steak or something.
I could, on the old school, like kid cereals, I could nail every one.
We could do one of the worst tasting, right?
Right.
Eyes closed, worst tasting, and then we could do one of can you name the cereal?
But if
That
you're
might be
going,
fun. They do it on Hell's Kitchen. Not with cereal.
I can't imagine I wouldn't, with a blindfold on, be able to taste spot Fruit Loops, Trix, Cocoa Puffs, Cookie Crisp, Count Chocula,
I wonder if
Lucky
these things,
Charms. Like, I mean,
Lucky
they're
Charms.
they're not just discernible from flavor; it's the shape.
What was the mascot for Cookie Crisp? Was he a burglar?
Yeah,
He was a burglar.
yeah. He was kind
He
of like
was a thief.
Hamburglar, except he
Cookie
wasn't-
Crisp still around? I haven't seen it.
Definitely.
I haven't
Cookie
seen
Crisp
it.
mascot,
No, it was.
really?
I got it
I've
during
only
the
had it
lockdown.
once.
I got it during lockdown, and then I discovered Chips Ahoy cereal, and I switched over to that, and that was unbelievable.
It was better than Cookie Crisp?
It was.
They
unreal,
came into the
dude.
Cookie Crisp
It-
space
yeah,
and dominated them at their own game.
It was unreal. It was unreal.
Cookie
I've
Crisp
never.
is a wolf, by the way. It's like a hungry wolf.
It wasn't back in
Oh,
the
he
day.
wasn't a thief?
Back in the
Oh,
day, it
maybe.
was like a crook.
Yeah, he was. I remember he almost looked like.
Yeah, it was a thief back in the day. Now it's like a hungry
And he
wolf.
tried to steal your Cookie Crisp. Is that what it was?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
stealing.
What was with thieves in old advertisements like the Hamburglar and the Cookie Crisp guy and the Noid? You remember the Noid?
The Noid.
The Noid came and stole your stuff too.
Yeah.
Domino's.
Yeah, the Noid. That was a big thing.
Avoid
like, it's
the
so
Noid.
good, somebody's going to steal. Lucky Charms. No, I'm sorry. Trix Rabbit tried to steal your tricks.
Silly rabbit.
Tricks are for kids.
Yeah.
I think Trix Rabbit might have the game locked down as far as
Really? Oh, let's talk about. You know, we should.
greatest mascot. Him and Lucky Charm. What's the Lucky Charms guy's name?
Lucky, bro.
I think it was Lucky,
Oh.
yeah.
Those two, I'm kind of like, I don't know if anybody was fucking with the
You
Trix
got.
Rabbit.
First of all, you crazy. You don't think Tony the Tiger and
Ah, shit, I forgot about Tony the
I
Tiger.
think he is it.
Yeah,
then you got,
you're right.
Then you got.
I think he's played out.
That-
I don't
nah,
know.
but he's great. You got Toucan Sam. Follow my nose. It always
Toucan
knows.
Sam is good, but he's not the Trix
Follow my nose.
Rabbit.
I think they also, if they had a jingle too, Captain Crunch, bro. Come
Forgot
on.
about Captain
We
Crunch.
should
You're
do a
right.
battle royale. We should do a battle of the mascots tournament. We should do a battle of the mascots
All
tournament.
right. You heard it here, folks. Let's not talk about it anymore.
Okay.
I love
Let's
that. I
stop.
also think we should take some money and launch a Taste Bud cereal. I think you guys should design a cereal.
That'd be pretty great.
How
A
do we do-
limited run, whatever, 100
Who the hell
bucks.
can make
Oh,
us?
wait, somebody
help us
asked
make a
us to-
cereal.
Wait a minute. Besides, oh my God, you know what? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, but Saratoga Peanut Butter reached out to us to re-up on a new flavor if we wanted,
Let's
and
do
I
it.
completely blanked, and it was a long time ago.
I'm sure we could reach
And
out.
then
We should
somebody
do
else,
it.
somebody else asked us to make a flavor with them too. Do you remember who it was?
Saratoga,
maybe
let's
a
do it.
Ice
We're
cream
in.
place? I don't know.
Shout out Saratoga. You guys miss Saratoga. We haven't talked about Saratoga in a while. Saratoga Peanut Butter, best peanut butter on the market. Check them out. And I'll get in touch with her again. And we're gonna do. We had our own limited run of peanut butter. We will get a new peanut butter again. But somebody reached out to us and wanted to do a product, and we do the taste of it.
Interesting. I also got the cartoon guys info for you guys too.
Oh, great! Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, is there anybody out there that can help us box a cereal?
That'd be sick. What
You
would
know,
be in it,
We need
guys?
a packer and a distributor.
But I mean, that's the thing. You got to make cereal. That's not an easy thing to make.
I think that's going to be. I don't think that's going to be something that is going to give us a return. I think that's going to be a money pit.
Sure.
We could look into it.
Super
We could also do it
limited,
as a
maybe
charity
100
thing.
boxes. I just something small.
I would love to.
A
I
small
would-
batch
be
cereal.
I could talk to Lori, my friend from Shark Tank, see if she can get us a
There you
package or a
go.
distributor.
Is she
Tell
the
her I want to
blonde?
make a limited run cereal. What?
She the blonde?
She has, I guess, light, dark blonde or light brown hair.
Okay.
You thinking of Barbara Corcoran?
Probably.
She's the short blonde hair.
Yes.
She's a real estate.
That's what I was
No,
thinking of.
Lori is. She's the product person.
All right, fair enough. I got. What are we at, Pam? 35?
We're at 40.
40? All right. Let's get into some closing arguments with Shredded Wheat and Grape Nuts. But let's put a pin in a couple things. We're going to do a tournament battle of the cereal mascots. Number 1. Number 2, Saratoga, we're interested. Hopefully we haven't missed the window on that.
No, I'll hit her up. It was another charity thing. I got to do it.
Number
So
3,
sorry.
if somebody can help us with a cereal. I don't know. I'd be interested in a conversation.
Yeah. Let's collab with somebody on a cereal.
Closing arguments.
What would you
on
have,
this.
Kashi? Kashi, call us. Kashi, we get what you're doing, okay? And we get that most of your cereals, but you can have an outlier cereal that we can help make your brand a little bit more hip on the streets.
All right.
And we will do a healthy old. It'll still be healthy. No. What kind of cereal would you go? Fruit? Would you go chocolate? Would you have marshmallows in it? What would you do?
I could go fruit or chocolate, but I do like the idea of a chocolatey cereal, like something along those.
See, I
lines.
never ate chocolate cereal. Never. I didn't cookie cereal, chocolate cereal. I just
But
didn't want to
honestly,
mix
I
that.
might want to go right in the middle with like a Captain Crunch, with the berry flavor.
Yeah. Do you remember Donkey Kong cereal? It was literally Captain Crunch,
Yeah, I do. And then I remember,
and they
when
were little
had-
barrels. They looked like
They had all the Nintendo cereals.
they had Pac-Man cereal.
Yeah, the
know what I
Mario one was basically Lucky Charms, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
They had, remember Nerd cereal, where it was in the box with the two flavors on either side?
I will tell you right now.
Either side?
My buddy, my cousin is a big Buffalo Bills fan, and 2 Christmases ago, I found a case of Flutie Flakes. Doug Flutie was a
Oh yeah, I remember those.
yeah, and I bought him an unopened case of Flutie Flakes. It was like 30 years old. I think I want to go online and see if I can find like pristine unopened boxes of like Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, like all those cereals we grew up on. That would be fun
Would
to
you
have.
eat them?
No, maybe I put them in like a display case in my.
But well, here's the thing: they make those again.
really?
They make but I'm saying go find those. But then there's a whole round of new stuff you can get. There's like a new Super Mario cereal again. Like there's new fun
I don't
cereals
want
again.
that now.
They look fun. I see them and I'm like, I want to buy that.
It's funny that they kind of ran out of cereal options because every company has their version of something, like Donkey Kong and Captain Crunch, or like Sugar Smacks and Golden Crisp. They're the same thing, same exact thing.
Right.
So it's like I think there's only so much you could do with a cereal,
And-
but
I also think like they're missing out on the stoner market. Why not license like Golden Girls cereal or like better shows? Like aim for the stoners.
That would be interesting, like a Golden Grams, but it's Golden Girl cereal. I
yeah,
think
why
that's
not? Like
cool
a
idea.
Blanche Head.
Yeah.
well, younger people today don't know Golden Girls.
No, but it's for market.
No, it's
Yeah.
got a huge.
You
cult
think so?
following. Oh, absolutely.
it's on like
It's
It's on
huge.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll say this in closing, before we go to see what this poll did. These 2 cereals are hopeless. There is nothing fun. There is nothing good.
It's buckshot. Grape Nuts is buckshot.
Yeah. This is, as I said in the beginning, your doctor is cornering you and saying you got to do something here. And this is it. Like,
How do we
you know,
not? How do we at least today? How do we not get a box of Grape Nuts and a box of unshredded?
I didn't even think of it because we don't think.
We could have been eaten out of the box.
Oh God, I don't want to. It's horrible.
Just a bite. I only bit into Grape Nuts once, and that was decades ago. It was during Carter Mondale.
Well, you guys do owe the audience a punishment for last year, so maybe loser has to eat a whole box.
A box
the
of
worst
their
cereal.
cereal.
All right,
No.
that could be good.
Through an episode.
2 bowls,
Yeah,
a whole
no,
box.
no,
I mean,
no.
You're gonna get sick. to
No.
your stomach.
That's because he lost.
No.
So
You're gonna.
you pun, babe. You pun. You
you'll
big
shit
pun.
Your brains
You
out,
big.
dude.
You big. Guess what time it is? Feed the meter. Here's what you got to do. You're gonna eat a full box
Couldn't do it.
of shredded, unfrosted shredded wheat over the course of one episode of Taste Buds.
I couldn't do it.
How so?
I literally couldn't get it all down.
You
it would
could.
be like, dude, do you know
Nah,
how much carbs
Get
that
yourself
is?
a 12-ounce box. It's all right.
No.
How about this?
Carbs.
While
It would fill you. Your stomach would be like a rock.
Well, it's
man.
a
It'd be like
punishment,
trying to eat
dude.
a loaf of bread.
You're like a pigeon eating rice at a wedding.
It's too much.
I think while I'm setting up one day, we have Joe come early and power through the box before the show starts.
Wow, I just got wild deja vu. Crazy deja vu.
Really?
Really?
From that to Pimp saying Joe comes early.
Really?
I swear to God. Wild
Wow.
deja vu. All right, Pimp.
Weird.
We'll I'm not against.
Shout out Deja Vu.
So good.
Shout out
yeah.
What a
Deja vu.
fun thing to say and talk about.
I'm not against doing this as a. I'm not against some version of this as
You
a
have to be
punishment.
punished. The
You
audience
know,
wants
yeah,
it.
I know.
I'd love
All
to
right.
see you eating shredded wheat. You know what? Can I dress you? Like, I'll put a little white powder in your hair, put you in a cardigan
Yeah, quick,
with like
right.
a nice moccasin, and then have you eat a box of unfrosted shredded wheat.
All right.
That has to be-
I don't, maybe. I don't know if I can eat a box.
That has to be in the intro of the show for a year.
I like the idea of the outfit. I do. That'll do, without question. Pimp, what do we got?
All right, ready? 12,000 votes.
Okay.
Total?
Yeah.
Something's up with that. I tweeted that a long time ago. We
while
used to
ago.
get 50,000 votes.
Saturday, though. People are out. Yeah.
That's true.
Saturday.
So the winner,
Saturday in the park.
52%.
Whoa. Did you hear that?
52%.
Oh, it was a barn burner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do you have it down to the decimal over there or no?
52.5.
Dude. To 47.5? 2.5%. This is rematch territory.
Yeah.
The worst cereal is shredded wheat.
Oh!
needed a
Holy
win.
you needed a dub.
Jesus.
Dude,
God.
I gotta be honest. I really didn't think that you would top Grape Nuts because I thought in popular culture, Grape Nuts had more of a stigma than unfrosted shredded wheat.
I feel like you think of shredded wheat. The
This-
unfrosted,
the name.
I think, is the key.
You know what it is too? The name. Grape Nuts at least sounds like
That's what I'm saying.
shredded, unfrosted.
There's at least
un.
some
the,
redeeming
in the title
quality.
is un.
Yeah.
The prefix un. Unfrosted shredded wheat.
Yeah. They had to put icing on it to get people to choke this shit down. I still love you, babe.
I love you too.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic, I'm talking taste buds.